Good morning, boys and girls. How are you? Welcome back. Another day. Today is Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. And here's our April calendar to go along with that. Let's do our days of the week really quick. There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 We are still in the month of April and we are still in the year 2020. So we had April Fool's Day and Miss Popek's birthday. We had all this fun stuff. And then we had a week of spring break. And then we came back and some of you celebrated your holiday on Sunday. Then we had Monday, which was yesterday. And today is Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. And remember to find the day of the week we look up. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. Okay. And during spring break, I got to do a lot of fun stuff around my house with my family. I'm sorry, with my family. So we have a sentence frame here for you, and it says, my favorite spring break memory was. So take a minute and think about what your favorite spring break memory with your family was, and I'll get mine ready. And my favorite spring break memory was watching Abominable with my family. And it's a really, really cute movie. Let me switch screens really quick. And I just did a quick Google search for Abominable, and here are some cute pictures from the movie. So if you can watch it, it's really cute. I really enjoyed it, and my kids really enjoyed it too. So that is my favorite memory from our very, very different spring break. So now that I told you about mine, go ahead and tell me about yours. You can say the sentence frame with me. My favorite spring break memory was. And I know I can't hear you, but you can say it anyway. And this is a great sentence frame for you to write down in your journals. And talking about journals, I wanted to show you what your school day should probably look like. So even though these videos are only 15 to 30 minutes long and you're getting one in reading every day and some days you're getting reading and math, this is what your expectation is. You should be reading for 45 minutes to yourself or on Clark Mayan. Let's see, I have Clark Mayan right here to show you. Let's see if I can move your screen. So here's Clark Mayan. You can open it up. It is through Clever. And you can choose a book and it will read to you. Okay, then you should be taking about 10 minutes to fill out your reading log. Let me show you what it looks like. So here's your reading log, and as we've already discussed, you obviously have already filled up all of your front page, but you have your sentence starters on the back page, and this is the most important part about your reading log, and that gives you the opportunity to write your sentence frames in your journal and not have to use your reading log. So you have that. We've gone over good examples and bad examples of writing these sentence frames in your reading log. So that should take you about 10 minutes every day. Okay, you have 15 to 30 minutes of guided instruction, which is my videos. You should be on iReady Reading for 45 minutes each day. You should have at least 15 to 30 minutes plus of Packet or work or YouTube from your gen ed teacher. And if you have not been able to get any from your teacher, you can get it from the food service pickup. So you should have some independent work for yourself. You should have 45 minutes a day of iReady Math. You should have 30 minutes a day of journaling. And I did give you that sentence frame and that idea at the beginning about the best part of your spring break, but that should be completely independent. That's whatever you can come up with. And then you should have 30 to 45 minutes of math fact practice, or even if you just watch some YouTube math videos. That should be your instructional day. So what you should be doing after you watch these videos is not being done. You have a whole day worth of work to do. Okay, so that brings us to today's lesson for our video. So you're going to need to find page 28 of your packet. It looks like this if you're using an actual L book because somehow you got to take it home. You are on page L book page 11, packet page 28. Looks like this, and I will read you our standards while you go ahead and have the time to find that page in either your packet or your text. So our today we'll be looking at main idea and details, and it says today we will focus on identifying main idea and details from the text. You will need to know this for the SBAC or the state test, whatever you prefer to call it. And knowing about this will help you be a better reader. And here's that sample question that we've already looked at, but if you haven't seen it before, there it is. If you need to pause the video before I move on, go ahead and do that now. Okay, today we're going to be looking at identifying topic and main idea. And this is a clip from a page we already did. This is not on our actual page, but it says the topic is what the passage is mainly about. And if you've been with me before, you know I say the general idea, kind of a summary. Okay, the main idea is the most important point in the passage, and we say that the main idea is the one sentence that tells what all the other sentences are about. And if you do that with me, it helps your brain remember. So will you do that with me right now? Ready? The main idea is the one sentence that tells what all the other sentences are about. And a detail is an example that supports the main idea. Okay, and this is in your book. You have it here so you can read along with me. I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. Will you please read with me? And if I skip a word, what are you supposed to do, boys and girls? That's right, you're supposed to read it. So go ahead and read with me. There are many, good job, that word was ways, you can prepare to help your family survive a, good job, that word was fires. First of all, make sure everyone in your, good job, that word is home, knows how to call emergency telephone numbers. In addition, get a fire extinguisher for your kitchen and learn how to use, good job, that word is it. Most importantly, install smoke alarms near all bedrooms in your, good job, that word is home. Okay. And I really noticed the sentence that says, first of all, make sure everyone in your home knows how to call emergency telephone numbers. That reminded me of an assembly we had when we were still in school. And if you remember, they said 911 is not for fun and it's only for emergencies. So that makes me remember we have 911 here in our county. Okay, so we're looking for the topic, we're looking for the main idea, and we're looking for the details. And if you remember, the topic is what the passage is mainly about. So this passage that we just read was mainly about what? What was this passage mainly about, boys and girls? If you had to sum it up in just one or two words, what would you say this passage is about? So they said the topic of this paragraph is fire safety. Would you agree with that? I give that a thumbs up. I think that's a great answer. The topic of this paragraph is fire safety. And there's a couple of other good answers too. So if you didn't say fire safety, you're not necessarily wrong. You might be right, just in a different way. Okay, and the main idea is, so remember the main idea is the one sentence that tells what all the other sentences are about. So they said, what do you think the main idea is before we go on? Take a minute and think. Okay, did you find a sentence that tells what all the other sentences are about? I did. I found, come on, computer. I found this sentence right here. There are many ways you can prepare to help your family survive a fire. So that is the one sentence that tells what all the other sentences are about. So you can go ahead and write that here if you have something to write on. If not, you can just watch. And it says the main idea is there are many ways you can help your family survive a fire. And it's right here. So you can copy it down. You can copy it down in your packet or your textbook. Or if you're just watching to learn, that's okay too. If you need more time, go ahead and pause right now because I'm going to move on. Oops. Okay. So we have another paragraph to read. I'm going to read it to you. If I skip a word, what do you do? That's right, boys and girls, you read it. Smoke alarms are important for helping people survive indoor. Good job, that word is fires. When there is smoke from even a, good job, that word is small, fire in a home, a smoke alarm will make a loud sound to warn people of the danger. And danger is one of our vocab words. Good job. At nighttime, this is especially important. Even if the whole, good job, that word is family, is sleeping, the smoke alarm will wake everyone, good job, that word is up, in time to escape the fire. So the topic of this paragraph is, so remember the topic is one or two words that sum up what we just read. Take a minute, think about the topic. If you need to read it again, you can rewind the video or pause right now. But the topic of this paragraph is that first sentence, smoke alarms are important for helping people survive indoor fires. So the topic of this paragraph is smoke alarms. And the main idea, remember the main idea is the one sentence that tells what all the other sentences are about is smoke alarms help people survive indoor fires. What are those other things that you think I underlined? Let's look back. The first one said, when there is smoke from even a small fire in a house, a smoke alarm will make a loud sound to warn people of the danger. Hey, that sounds like a detail. Do you remember what a detail is? A detail is an example that supports the main idea. That is most definitely an example that supports smoke alarms are important for helping people survive indoor fires. Our second detail is even if the whole family is sleeping, the smoke alarm will wake everyone up. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next page. If you need more time to write down your answer, go ahead and pause it. If you don't, then you're with me. Okay, and we have discuss. So in the classroom, we'd be doing a think, pair, share right now, and you'd be sharing with your partner. So what is the most important point in this paragraph? So we're looking at the second paragraph right here. So what is the most important point? The most important point is, you could tell your partner, is smoke alarms help people survive indoor fires. So I wish we had somebody to do a think, pair, share with, but just talk to your computer. Just say it back to me. Okay, and what is one important detail? And we just talked about our details are the part that I have underlined right here. So you're going to pick one of those details. I chose to put a smoke alarm makes a loud noise when there is a fire. Let's move me so you can see what I wrote. Okay, so those were my answers. Go ahead and say them to the computer. I'm going to pause it and I'm going to get ready for our warm up that I forgot to do at the beginning. So we're going to do it here at the end. So here we are on week 27 and today is Tuesday, so we're going to read it really quick. I think we have time to read it and answer the questions. So I'm going to read it quickly. I'm not going to wait for you, so just listen if you need to. Think of the first time you colored a picture. Did you stay within all the lines? Probably not, but over time you made progress. You got better. Now, what if you met someone who was even better at coloring than you are? Should you feel less proud of your work? No way! You should be happy with your progress. People who do not have a growth mindset often compare themselves to others. They feel badly if they do not do as well as someone else. But people who have a growth mindset try to compare themselves to only themselves. They know everyone learns in different ways and at different speeds, so they stay focused on their goals and work hard. If they get better, they have made progress, and that is something to be proud of. So we're going to fill in the blanks for Tuesday. If you are getting better at something, you should feel That's right, boys and girls, proud. To get better at something is to make progress, and people should not compare themselves to others. All right, boys and girls, bye bye. See you tomorrow.